Hey, we're back here. We're here for one last session. One last session that will probably end in horrible, miserable defeat. And yet we're still here anyways. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start. Let's go. I, for one, expect a lot of salt to be coming out of this. But even so, I hope that she still finds it in her bony little heart to at least arrive one more time. But I suppose beggars can't be choosers. Such is the fate of the scions that try to summon her. But I should know better. Oh yeah, I don't have any sacrifices since I decided to sell them all before all this. Now I'll repeat the same message one more time. I could have just been done with this a couple rolls back when I got those 2 5 stars. But again, repeating the same message over and over. But I can't seem to trust anyone with an MP2 Shuten Douji to do what is needed to be done. And as a result, I'm doing this to myself. Hurting myself in the process. Unnecessarily. All for pixelated characters. I guess in a sense this is coming off as a lecture for those of you that are watching alone as well. More so for myself than anything else. Because I should know better than to trust the rates. Going off of mathematical statistics. Yes, a lot of gold cards. But again, no Shuten Douji. If we're going off of numbers alone, Shuten Douji should come in this last pack of quartz. Given how we're reaching the average of, let's see, $1,200 quartz or so. And we have to face that already. This isn't helping my cause in any way or form. 4 more sessions. And again, like I said, it's not likely that she'll arrive, even going off of the average. Because technically we're already doing decently well for the average. 4 5-star servants over the course of 1,200 quartz, assuming all of them are spent. That'll be 300 quartz per, which means there's not a sliver of a chance that she'll arrive again. If she does, then we'll call it a miracle. But again, I don't believe in miracles, folks. Not since for a long time. Still though. Here we are anyways. Damn those craft essences. Shinji, that piece of shit of all the craft essences that could have been summoned. Craft essence again. No, servant. As the common folk would like to complain, where is my gold star servant? Or we're changing tones. Where is my gold star servant? I expected something now. Hand it over. Taking the liberty of raising servants both in level and their MP. Their MP is the hardest because you have to roll for it. With Silver Star servants being... No. The Bronze servants being the easiest because you'll always get them in the friend points gotchas. Followed by Silver servants, and then lastly, the Gold Star servants. Plenty of assassin cards. None of the right ones though. And yeah, that was a bare minimum. And again, we do the same thing. I think after the next one though, I'm gonna have to see if I can fuse some stuff. 3 more sessions, folks. If I can just get 1 copy, it'll be more than enough. Actually, it won't be well enough. Technically, I'll be under considering the average. Well, no, not so much the average. The average will still be there. So much that it'll be... all those 5 stars that I ended up getting should have been her. Which means by now, at this point, she should have been at least NP4. Can probably limit and break another imaginary element. Don't really want to, but I'm gonna have to make some more space. I don't think that'll be enough to create all the space that I need anyways, seeing as I'll have to clear out. I lost count of how many craft essences it's been already. Realistically and ideally, you'd think if we split down the middle, servants and craft essences. And again, repeating the same message. But I can't seem to trust anyone else to do what is needed to be done. I need my own Shuten Douji at NP2, not anyone else's. Can only rely on myself, and occasionally on others when I need to, not when I have to. No, the expression should be, not that I feel the need to so much as when I have to. It doesn't matter anyways. Well, actually, it won't really matter. And we're at it again. Enhancement. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We do have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have to feed that to one of my kaleidoscopes, seeing as how you don't need. Essentially, all you need is 4 of these limit broken at the most. No, not even 4. 3. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't have any of those. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What the? No. Be elegant. I should have cleared some space. It's somewhat enough. See, I should clear some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, if anything, I should sell one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. We have enough of the Snake Man. That should probably do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can get one more of those, I can limit break that one. Angel Song. This can't get any better, can it, folks?
取り返しはつかないものだ。
Sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that.
まだ見ていくか。
And we're at 285.
結構私も張り合いがある。
And we're continuing. Yeah, folks, I am quickly regretting this. On that last 30, we'll probably just skip it. There's really no point in stalling for time on that one. By some miracle I can get in this second to last 30, it'll be something alright. Wow. So you decide to show up now in non-craft essence form. And then craft essence again. I will burn you. Oh look, I mean the second one limit broken. Speak of the devil and she comes. Well, that still doesn't make it okay. Not if we don't get Shuten Douji. Oh yeah, we're definitely skipping the last one. I'd be pretty sad if it only ends up being one that shows up on that one, therefore declaring it to be the bare minimum type. Servant. Ooh. Well, let's do a proper send-offs. Sell everything that we don't need. Let's see. Sell. And we're skipping the last one. There's no point in installing, like I said. Okay, we're not skipping just yet, but that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Okay. It took this long, but she finally came home, brute. Okay, we're letting this one ride out. Seeing as how she decided to grace us with her presence at fucking goddamn last, after 1,200 quartz. You have some nerve, Shuten Douji. You have some explaining to do. I can only imagine the pain I'll have to go through with Raiko. The only icing on the cake would be if I can get another copy in this last roll, but that's pushing my luck, I know. So what is the lesson, folks? Oh no, it's never cool when you're behind. That is not her. My pain has finally paid off, you say. Or one can say. Spark for another one? No, I'm okay with MP3, like I said. So it appears my prayers to Yamato no Orochi have been answered. She sent me 2 copies of her daughter. And an extra one to boot. I'm gonna have to burn that one, seeing as how with the last one I got, that'll be already empty. Well, 2 copies of those. I suppose I could farm the last few hours that remain with 2 limit broken ones and an extra copy. There you have it, folks. Last of my summoning sessions brought forth 2 copies of her. She must have realized I was that much a devotee to her. So in the average of 1,200 quartz, we ended up getting, let's see, 3 copies of Shuten Doujis, a Drake, a Karna, and a Tamamo. 6 servants, so that brings out the average to 200 quartz per every 5-star. That's a pretty good average compared to my last averages, where I think I did 4 servants per 150. So that was 600 quartz I spent. I forget which banner it was, but I ended up getting 4 5-star servants. I think that might have been the one with the... Can't remember off the top of my head. But I know I had a summoning session like that. Well, again, I guess this is a pretty good send-off for Shuten Douji. I was tempted to skip this, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. Kind of let it play out like it. Again, though, like, can we really call this victory? I mean, 1,200 quartz, though. I had to experience pretty much hell through all these quartz rolls just to finally see her at least MP2. Wasn't expecting MP3, but at the very least MP2. And just slightly mix up for it, but just barely, though. The average of 200 quartz for a 5-star servant. At least for me. It's a okay average, better than my usual averages where it takes 300 quartz to see 1 5-star servant. But again, like I said, as a result, because of this, I probably won't be rolling for Zhuang, unless of course the event carries over 2 weeks. Because again, responsibilities first, folks, among other things. You'll probably see me rolling again for Mama Raika when her event comes right after Zhuang's events, but that'll be right to see. For right now, this is all we're going with. Again, this is your host, Lord Valrox, wishing you all tons of luck. If you're still rolling, who knows, you can pull off something like this. At the 1,200 quartz, right? Ha 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 ha. Even I do not approve of this, okay, folks? So, only roll if you're comfortable rolling this much, and don't expect anything. Always go in being defeated. Because keep in mind, apart from my first set of 150 quartz, that's when I got my first Shuten. And then even then, from the first 150, it was technically within the first 230s. After that, it was just rolling and rolling, and I think it was on the 4th or second to last within that group that it was I got my Drake, putting her at MP3. But again, Shuten Douji theoretically should have been at MP5 already, but otherwise, I know, getting more other 5 stars. Still though, I'm not gonna rant out any more than I need to. This is where we're finishing. Again, like I said, wishing you tons of luck if you're wrapping up the event, and even more so luck if you're rolling. Again, like I said, don't push your luck, folks. I know I did, and just barely paid off, just barely. Anyways though, do take care.